What's going on, everybody? Broken Games HDR back at it again with another video. So we're gonna get right to it. So Microsoft is raising the price of all Xbox Series consoles, some accessories, and it's confirmed that Xbox games will go up to the $80 price mark sometime this year. It is not confirmed as of yet exactly when that will happen, but apparently it's going to be this year. Now, I don't get into politics, but some people attribute this to the orange man's tariffs and his economic policies. Whether you want to believe that or not is up to you. Like I said, not gonna get into it, but I know some of y'all worship the orange man's feet, so I don't want to get nobody butt hurt. But as I said, the most I will say is the average person who did want the orange man will suffer from the orange man and his policies. So let's talk about the price increases. So the Xbox Series S 512 gig is going to go from $300 to $380. The Xbox Series S 1 terabyte is going to go from $349 to $429. Xbox Series X digital goes from $449 to $549. Xbox Series X goes from $499 to $599. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm reacting to some of this in real time. Like I actually this happened yesterday. I was so busy. I was like, okay, price increases. Okay, cool. I'm used to it. I'm used to it by now. Um, honestly had no I thought it would be like, okay, we've seen $10, $20 price increases here and there. It's like whatever to me. I didn't I'm almost not even believing my eyes. I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't think the Series X was gonna go up a whole $100. That's kind of wild. The Xbox Series X 2 terabyte Galaxy Special Edition is gonna go from $600 to $729. That's a $120 increase. I'm flabbergasted right now. Um, some of these controllers are staying the exact same price. Uh, the Xbox Wireless Controller Limited Edition is going to go to $90. It was $80. Um, Elite Wireless Controller Series 2, 139 to 140 to 150. That was the core controller. I don't even know the difference between the Elite Wireless Controller 2 core and the full. I'm like, since when did they have a core and a full? What the hell is the difference between these controllers? Anyway, the core is 139 is going from 140 to 150. The full is going from 180 uh 180 to 200. Um and the Xbox Series wireless headset is going from 109 to pretty much 110 to 120. Now let me be clear, this is not an Xbox thing, because this is happening all across this industry and several industries with tech. Um, so even though I'm only this specific one is talking about Xbox, it's not really what my focus is. This th- in a sick way, it's funny because it always entertained me when people, fans of a certain console, always like to proclaim their preferred console as, or their preferred platform as pro-consumer and others as anti-consumer. None of these companies are either. What they are companies that do what is best for them. And sometimes it also aligns with what is good for you. But that doesn't mean they do it for you. That's what a lot of y'all got confused and twisted. Y'all always thought that, oh man, they made these things price convenient, um and price things low, or did things that seemingly was to make me happy and had me in mind. No, it just happened to align with them and they were okay with doing it because they thought it would benefit them. And it also just happened to align with you. You thought they did it for you. You thought they had you in mind, like, "Oh, man, I'm thinking about the customer, that they're and their well-being and what works for" No, no, it was never that. It was never that. Now, there are some pro-consumer companies out there. I think it's very few and far between in my estimation, but especially in hardware and tech industries, I don't think there's very many. Um, so and, my policy, I've made it very clear. I don't complain about pricing. I don't care what platform increases pricing. I don't complain about it. I may react to it, but I don't complain. Like, I'm not gonna uh shit on a brand. Oh, you're increasing your prices. Let's get the pitchforks and the knives. Like, no, bro. You either buy it or you don't. That's always been my policy. I see no reason to just harbor and linger on the topic of pricing. You buy it or you don't. It's as simple as that. Talking about it for days, weeks, months, years, there's no point to it. You have 2 choices. Buy it, don't, maybe wait for a price drop. The complaining does nothing. But as I said, like maybe a week or so ago when somebody else had increased their prices, I forgot who it was at this point because at this point everybody has been increasing their prices. I can't keep up with who did it, who's done it last. Um I said gaming is a luxury hobby, and some bozos and weirdos, as I explained in on an episode of Weapon Wheel, some bozos and weirdos thought that meant like, oh, I was saying that these prices should increase or something like that. Well, no, idiot, your reading comprehension is terrible. Go back to school. It's an observation. When something is clearly getting more expensive than it was before, and people always want to reference, well, back in the 90s, we had yes, I seen those. I was alive back then. I seen those. But the fact that things and I hate that conversation and that narrative because sure, there were $80 games and 90 and sometimes I think $90 games, but consoles were like $150 at the same time, right? We didn't have the consoles weren't five, $600 and the games were also like 70, 80, $90. That's not what it was. And of course you can get into the conversation about oh inflation and I don't get into all that, bro. It is what it is right now. So the fact is that gaming is a luxury hobby. It's a luxury hobby. It was somewhat of one before, but it has gone all the way in the territory of luxury. And if you actually look up the word luxury, that is exactly what gaming is, right? Is it is an inessential um it is inessential and viewed as expensive by most people. That's what the that's the definition of luxury. Something wanted, something not essential, you don't need it to live, and something that's pricey. That is what luxury means. Um, Microsoft, the statement they issued is we understand that these changes are challenging and they were made with careful consideration given market conditions and rising cost of development. Looking ahead, we continue to focus on offering more ways to play more games across any screen and ensuring value for Xbox players. So of course, people bring up the topic that Game Pass looks as alluring as ever for some people. If you want to save money, I guess. Uh, and I guess the price barrier for the console is your only is your only hurdle. Even though you could there's Game Pass on PC as well, but Game Pass on PC, from my understanding, is not as good as like the console Game Pass because those are two different, not all the same games going both to my understanding. Um, and yeah, this is where we're at, man. This is where we at. Some people are legit being priced out. It's like are being priced out of their hobby. I think it's just going to lead to people being more selective about the specifically or especially about the games they buy because, like I said, even me, if there was a game I was like on the fence about, I would take the chance on it. I was like, $60, even $70. I'd be like, I'm not sure about this game. Imma buy it and see. I've done that. It's been pretty common for me. Granted, YouTube, kinda covers the cost of my hobby anyway, so I don't have to use, like, my, I guess, my regular income, but still, even now, I'm looking at all this going up like, "Listen, I'm not taking the chance on an 80 or $90 game." For I would buy a 80 or $90 game, but it has to be one of those sure shot things where I'm like, "Oh, no. I know I want this game. I know I wanna play this game." I'm not taking a chance on an 80 or $90 game I'm not sure of. So, some of those games will be hurt. This is, really only gonna hurt the industry because even though I guess you try to offset the price, the companies try to offset the price by increasing it, um, because of what the market conditions they're dealing with, the sales are gonna go down, and I don't know if the increased prices are actually going to still offset the sales going down for them. So, listen, man, I don't know. Get a second job, sell a brick, whatever your hustle is, guess you gotta do it, man. We in some, wild times right now, so I don't think this will well, listen, I was never an economy major, I was never the math major or anything like that, so I wanna say things I mean, I would wanna believe things exactly in the overall economy, not just gaming, won't stay like this, um, but who knows? I don't know if this is the new normal or just temporary, especially because of uh, you know, uh, our current, government right now. I don't know. But those are my thoughts. Let me know what y'all think. Hit the like button, and I'll see y'all on the next video. All right, I'm out of here. Peace.